right. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? This is Damon Rich, another episode of Marriage Refresh TV. You know what it is. We are having our let's see, our brothers, our husbands talk no chaser episode, and we have the guys in the building. Let me make sure I'm getting right levels on my sound, audio here, all of these good things, and make sure we're good to go. Uh, yeah, I think I'm getting what I need to. So we're gonna check this out and make sure everything's good. Make sure we can hear all the fellas. I'm gonna let you guys go around here for a moment, just kind of reintroduce everyone to you. We have some other husbands supposed to join us. They'll drop in, pop in with us, and we're gonna go in raw. I tonight's topic, I really want to unpack it a minute, just tell y'all where my heart is. But before I do that, I'm gonna make sure that I want to make sure sound is good and people can hear us. Yeah, they can definitely hear me. So I'm gonna go around the block and start with the newest. He's the newest member, but not the newest member because he didn't make the last episode with Hassani. And just let you kind of quickly introduce yourself. Then we're gonna jump to the other husbands and see what we get, man. Yeah. All right, all right, man. You chopping up again a little bit on me, man. It's coming through clear in the chop. So just kind of getting your heads up, on that. But man, thank you, brother, for getting the opportunity. I know, like I said, you are a newly minute dad for the third time again. Celebration on that, man. Salute that you out there, being setting that example for a father as a father, man. And we know that this world needs us to lead families and lead them productively, man. So thank you for carving out some time to be with us tonight. Next, I'm gonna pop over to last time he kind of got the Dr. Phil moniker. I don't know if we should have gave him the Dr. Phil moniker, but our good buddy, our friend, our brother, Jody, and Jody, if you want to just share a little bit about yourself or what have you before the crowd, we appreciate it, sir.
But yeah, so my name is Jody Cedric. I host a podcast called Father's Fire, where we explore the joys, the challenges, the fun of being a dad. I have Judy and I had 4 kids, and we adopted 2, so we have a truly blended international family. And I just love being a dad and talking about being a father and being a husband. Like you said, I'm made to be married.
Made for it, man. Made for it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to have you on board again with us, my brother, and the rookie of the bunch. Man, how long is it now? How long has it been now? Let me count the years or the months. How long?
You gotta count months here. We can't count years here. We gotta count months.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Travis Scott.
You going out on me, Travis? Uh oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, here we go. Yep. My name is Travis Scott. I'm the director of construction for Majestic Construction Development, a construction company here in Tallahassee. Just a little over a year. 13 months. From counting the months correctly, yeah, 13 months. We've been together for 7 years. We met in college at Florida A&M University. I have an 8-year-old daughter, 3.5-year-old boy. So, I definitely, want, I yearn, for this type of environment being a new husband. It's really hard finding, individuals, my age that are married with kids, wanting to do it right, so I definitely am trying to be a catalyst and a learner. So, when I do have buddies of mine, get into that realm, I can do my best, to try to coach them because I didn't know, going into that sport, from being a boyfriend and girlfriend to a husband and wife. That's a big transition.
It's a little bit
You're the
different.
same person. It's a completely different dynamic. So yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm thankful to be around you guys. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah. Did you say you married 13 months?
13 months strong.
It's
Huh?
13 months. So hold on, man. Are you gonna do like they do with the kids, where you gonna tell us like you gonna keep count? Man, I've been married for 18 months. Until they get two, then you get to say 24. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Once I get to two, then I'll start counting years. But nah, we'll go months.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I hear you. I hear you. What in the? My wife is telling me. My wife. I always have people watching from the audience. With my wife being one of them, and she is telling me that my sign is backwards and all kind of stuff is happening. So, uh, man, let's get this to. Let's see if that gets it.
Nothing like a wife to keep you on track.
Man, look at here, look at here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and so my wife's telling me that Jody, you were coming in a little low. Travis is coming in. Everybody's coming in a little low, but we'll keep working it out and getting it figured out of what's happening with our sound, and we'll get there. Um, so let me kind of unpack where I came from. I titled this "The X-Rated Husband," naked, being naked beyond sex. And I think one of the things for me that was I can hear you the loudest. What in the my wife? Oh my goodness! I'm like, what am I?
You got power in that voice.
There, I got something. So I just turned up the system audio. Um, maybe that'll do some stuff. But I was so why I wanted to kind of talk about it or really hit on this is I think about being vulnerable. And we talked about this a little bit kind of last episode about being vulnerable as a man, but even more so being vulnerable as a husband. Um, I look through some stories in the Bible and I think about some things and I'm gonna make this statement and I'll let y'all chime in and see if y'all agree with me or you think or you have a take a different take on it. But the most vulnerable place a man can be symbolically is when he can lay his head in his wife's lap without fear of attack, right? Um, I feel like that's the most vulnerable position, but yet a lot of men struggle with being able to get into that vulnerable position with their wives, literally or even figuratively. And so I wanted to talk about, kind of what makes us keep our clothes on a little bit when it comes to our wives, or maybe you don't have that struggle. So maybe it's not even that challenge for you. Maybe that's one of those things that it's just me. So maybe you guys can coach me through it. But if you do have that challenge, what do you find makes it difficult for you to get naked in front of your wife? So whoever wants to take it first, whoever wants to tackle it first. But that's what really brought me here is that whole struggle with vulnerability that I know that it seems that we as men kind of struggle with from time to time.
Yeah, I'll start it off. For me, that vulnerability is a big deal because don't want to. For me, I didn't want to feel weak, and even though I grew up, thankfully, with a father in the household, I never saw him. Never saw him tell my mother sorry. I
Mm-hmm.
never saw him tell us he was wrong. I never saw any of that. So for me, not seeing it growing up, it was really, really, and still is hard for me to get naked.
Right.
It took me 5 years to be able to tell her that one little thing bothered me that she would say.
Mm-hmm.
It was so hard for me. And when I told her and she accepted, it was life changing, because it was, wow, is that easy? Like, it's I'm okay. I still feel like a man, even though I told her that something bothered me. So, that was a big deal for me. But, I'm still growing. That was definitely, it was hard for me, I think, because I did not see a strong do that type of behavior towards me.
Right, right. Okay. Cool, cool. Asani, Jody, one of y'all want to tackle
Well,
that next?
it's interesting because, Travis talks about not having a father figure that showed that vulnerability. And I was very blessed in that I had a military dad, and yes, we stood at him, we stood at attention. But when he blew his top and he knew that he had overreacted, he would go off for a walk. And I always knew it was really bad the longer the walk. But when he would come back, he would always come into our bedroom. Usually we'd already gone to bed, and he would come in and sit down at the foot of our bed and say, "Hey, son, I just want to apologize to you. Yes, you weren't acting the way that I taught you, but I didn't act in a way that was respectful, in a way that taught you how to become a man. I just reacted. So I acted beneath the expectation that I set.
Mhm.
And I just want you to know, one, that I'm sorry, and two, that I love you. And I will try to be a better father for you and be a better man for myself. And that just has really stuck with me.
Mhm.
So I had somebody that was willing to be vulnerable, to be open, to recognize that he had made a mistake, even as a dad. And I think a lot of times we as husbands, we as fathers think we're supposed to know all the answers. And even if we don't, we act like we do. We beat our chest. Oh, I'm saying I'm a father, right? And be demanding instead of slide into a role of truly being a parent, a teacher, a counselor, somebody that's willing to model what a good man should be.
Right, right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Hassani, what about for you, man?
Before I continue, can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah, I think we're having some choppy. I'm trying to give me just a minute. I'm finna do something. We may adjust here. Give me just a minute, cause there are a lot of people like sending me messages like this is good. So give me just a quick minute. I'm gonna do something here. Let me go. For y'all that are watching with us, give us just a moment. I'm finna adjust the setting. If we drop, please come back. We're just trying to get some things taken care of. Give me one moment. Let's see what we got here.